All right, boys and girls, Miss Tiffany would like to invite you all to a lesson about the Stations of the Cross. Okay? So we're just going to do a little matching game and see if you can help me, okay, at home by repeating the Station of the Cross that I say to you, okay? Before Jesus died, there was a whole lot of things that happened to him. And we're going to go through some of those. And that's what the Stations of the Cross are going to tell us about. They're going to tell us about all the things that happened to Jesus before they put him on the cross to die. So we'll go through each of them. So first, the soldiers came to arrest Jesus, and they took him away, and he was condemned to death. Okay? He was condemned to death. See that picture? That means he was told that he was going to die. Okay, that's the first station. And when that happened, Jesus was made to carry his cross all the way to the mountain, all the way to Calvary. And that cross was made of wood, so it was very, very heavy. So station number 2, Jesus carries his cross. Doesn't that look like a heavy cross? It was a really long trip that he had to walk and carry his own cross. And along the way, Jesus fell down carrying that cross because it was so heavy. Station number 3, Jesus falls the first time. He fell down. And they were angry with him when he fell. They were mad. The soldiers were mad, telling him to get up, keep going. And he was so tired, and it was very heavy. The 4th station is Jesus sees his mother. So while he's carrying his cross, he sees his mother in the crowd. His mother is Mary, remember? That's the 4th station. The 5th station, Simon of Cyrene helps Jesus carry his cross. But the soldiers didn't like that very much. They didn't want it to be easy for Jesus. They wanted it to be very hard. So they only let Simon help him for a little bit, and then they made him stop. Okay, that's the 5th station. The 6th station, Veronica, one of the women in the crowd, wipes the blood off of Jesus's face. And look, on her towel kind of leaves a picture of Jesus's face. So the 6th station, Veronica wipes the face of Jesus. Now, Jesus keeps on carrying his cross that is made of wood and is super, super heavy. But guess what? He falls a second time. So 2 times he has fallen down now. Look at Jesus' face. Doesn't he look so sad? He looks so sad and tired. But they were mad. The soldiers were mad at him, and they made him get back up and keep going. The 8th station, Jesus sees all the women of Jerusalem. And he's comforting them. He's making them feel better. He's telling them it's okay, don't be upset. It's all part of God's plan. The 8th station, Jesus meets the women of Jerusalem. Now, Jesus falls again. He falls 3 times while he's carrying the cross. He falls 3 times. That's the 9th station. The 10th station, they finally get where they're going, and they make Jesus take all of his clothes off, and they take them. So Jesus is stripped of his garments. And they're going to take his clothes and sell them to make money off of it. Isn't that awful? Poor Jesus. The 11th station, Jesus is nailed to the cross. Okay? Jesus is nailed to the cross. They lay the cross down that Jesus carried all that way. They lay it down and they put Jesus on top of it, and they use these great big nails. And they put him inside and they hammer and hammer and hammer, and boy, does that hurt. That must hurt Jesus so much and make him bleed. The 12th station, Jesus dies on the cross. Jesus dies on the cross. His mother is there. You can see her. You can see her right there. Jesus dies on the cross. That's the 12th station. The 13th station, after he dies, they remove him. They take him down from the cross so they can bury him. 13th station, Jesus is taken down from the cross. And the 14th station, Jesus is laid in the tomb. Jesus is laid in the tomb by the people who love him. Okay? So what I want you to remember is 3 times Jesus falls down. And every time the soldiers are very angry with him, telling him to get up angrily. Even though he had been hurt and he was bleeding, he had to go all that way, all the way to Calvary to carry his own cross, where he knew when he got there, he was going to be nailed to it and he was going to die there. So, boys and girls, remember that this is a sad time that Jesus dies. It was not easy for him. Okay? It was not easy for him. It was very hard. So that's why during Lent, we are asked to sacrifice. Okay? So think about what ways you can sacrifice so that you can get closer to Jesus. God bless.